Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday and go Clemson. Well, I told you on Tuesday about Doug Peterson's comments, and to me, it just sounded like coach speak, like he was just trying to bring up his fan base and his players from a bad loss on that Sunday. Then afterwards, if you thought it was more than coach speak, he either backtracked from it to let you know he wasn't saying that, or he tried to clarify to make sure you knew he wasn't saying that. Whatever your perception is toward the comments, he certainly did not double down when he was asked about it afterwards. Well, 3 days later, and here comes Demarcus Lawrence. This is what he says. All right, he's got to come here. Tell him to come on. We ready. Can he play the game? He might want to shut his A up and stay on the sidelines. He can't play for them. We'll see. So, to some of us, Demarcus Lawrence hadn't had a good season at all. So I hear people defending him all the time. They even got an article on the Dallas Morning News titled "Why Demarcus Lawrence Isn't Playing Poorly," as the sack total suggests. I looked on Twitter when he posted this underneath that when people were talking about his sack total, and they were saying, oh, he's getting doubled on every play. You don't watch the games. He's getting doubled. And, I don't doubt the doubling is true, but do you think he's the only elite rusher in the league that's getting doubled on every play? Do you think that he was not getting doubled in the past when he was putting up those sack numbers? Or did they just start doubling him when he got his check? When he got the big money, then, oh man, Demarcus Lawrence is getting paid now. We got to double him. So I don't even think Demarcus Lawrence posted a sack against Philly. So I wish no one had said anything and just go out there and do your job. But I really wish he hadn't said anything, because it's only resounding to a certain percentage of the fan base, and I don't know how it's going across with the players. I just wish he had remained quiet and handled business on the field. But we just handed them, even though I don't think it was enough locker room material for us to rally around, he gave them something to rally around when you cuss their coach out like that. You know what I'm saying? That could spark some emotion. So I wish he didn't say anything. Dak, I hear he aggressively addressed the team as well, challenging them to work harder like me. Now, the like me part is in print, so you don't know how it came across in its contract in its context. But me knowing Dak, he probably said it the right way, and then the media took it and ran with it. Because I've often commented about his work ethic. Him and Jason Witten out there in training camp, that you could tell they were plugged into what they were doing the entire time. There was no BS. There was no horse playing around. And I guess if you are a leader and you see that, then you have to kind of call it out that we need to be serious. So I understand both. I really do. But neither player is doing amazing at this point, so I don't know how it's gonna come out, sounding. But both are supposed to be leaders, and rallying the team right now is appropriate. The only bad part about this whole thing is Tank gave him something to rally around. Dak, if he said it even crassly, work harder like me. The only thing that happened is you can get your feelings hurt and say, what are you talking about? I work hard too, blah, 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 blah. But Tank gave the Eagles something to rally around, and that worries me a little bit. All right, on the Eagles side, their drama. They blasted a report, of someone saying that someone on the team is hating on the Wentz. That if you didn't see my video yesterday, they said that even Peyton Manning knows how to check the ball down. So it really doesn't make much sense to me, because I tell you, I watch a lot of Eagles football, and they keep it short. They target their tight end. That's what someone said last year. He targets Zach Ertz too much. I mean, it works. That's what they do. So to say he doesn't check down enough kind of blows my mind. I mean, I wish he would throw it deep a little bit more. I mean, his numbers aren't that good when he throws the ball down the field. So please throw the ball down the field on us, Carson Wentz. But to say he doesn't check down, I wish he'd stop checking down. I wish he'd stop throwing to his tight end as a running back, and especially after last week when Miles Sanders just went off with his receiving numbers and all that. That's how they win, though. They keep it real simple. I mean, if you watch them beat Green Bay, they didn't throw the ball down the field at all, hardly. They kept it real short. They kept it real conservative. They threw the ball to their wide receivers on wide receiver screens, threw it to their running back, threw it to the tight end on them seams, which are nasty. But that's how they win. And then they run the ball down your throat to set all that kind of stuff up. So that blows my mind. Please, Carson Wentz, listen to this guy on your team and throw the ball down the field all game. As far as injuries, the only person that's out for us is Anthony Brown, which isn't all that bad to most of us, because most of us want to see Jordan Lewis get a ton of reps, because most of you guys think Lewis should be playing more than Anthony Brown anyway. So that's good. At least we'll see Jordan Lewis in some more action. Coach Richard does not like short corner, so I guess that's why Jordan Lewis stays in the doghouse. But Jordan Lewis is a dog. He gets beat every now and then. Yes, he does. But he's a dog, and he's a ball hawk and all that kind of stuff. So I'm interested to see how he's gonna plan out playing tomorrow. And I'm not worried about that. The ones I'm worried about, we have a lot of big names on the questionable list. Dorrance Armstrong with his neck, Randall Cobb with his back, Lyle Collins, Amari Cooper with his ankle and quadricep, but they practiced. Byron Jones, hamstring. Joe Looney, Zach Martin, his back and ankle, and Tyron Smith, they practiced. So there are some major names as questionable, but they practiced, and we'll see how they go. I really hope most of them are close to full strength, because you can hurt your team more than help them if you're out there and you're not quite ready. That's what Lyle Collins was talking about last week. He doesn't want to hurt the team more by going out there injured. As far as the Eagles, still no Deshaun Jackson. He's out, so that's music to my ears. Also out are Nigel Bradham, Timmy Jernigan. Avonte Maddox is still not recovered from that concussion against Green Bay. That's crazy. Jason Peters, which is good for Quinn. Darren Sproles is out, which he scares me. But then, Miles Sanders is doing what Darren Sproles was doing, so it's really not a big thing. And then also the questionable guy they have is Ronald Darby. I heard he was practicing. He might get to play. So they enter the game more shorthanded than we will. They will be playing with a lot more backups than we'll be playing. It just depends on if our guys are close to healthy or whatever. Because if they're not close to healthy, it's like we're playing with a backup. So this is the biggest game for us in a good minute. Like I said yesterday, tomorrow will be excruciating. We got to wait through those 1 o'clock games. Then we got to wait through those 4 o'clock games and wait till tomorrow night and until we play. All right, guys. I'll see you then right here. Some of the last few shows in the Man Cave. All right. Peace out.